beings, welcome to my sacred space. My name is Raven, and thank you so much for being here. Tonight, I am going to do a video reaction for Tarot and Tea Tuesdays, showcasing my animal decks. I just have four, I think. I have been looking around in my collection, trying to find if there's another animal deck that I'm missing, but I guess, you know what, this is it. So yeah, I just have four. This is my video reaction to V of V Love and Crystal. So without further ado, let's start with my first animal deck. This is the Tarot of White Cats Mini. This is by Los Scarabeo. It's this cute little tiny tarot deck. Look at the backing. It is reversible. It is glossy. It features Los Scarabeo's lovely cardstock. I know a lot of people aren't fond of Los Scarabeo's cardstock, but I do love them. They're very easy to handle. So here are the images. This is, oopsie, this is a Rider-Waite-Smith inspired deck, but of course based from Los Scarabeo's Universal Tarot, I guess, theme or design, because, oopsies, I apologize, because, the Universal Tarot of Los Scarabeo is a little bit different from the Rider-Waite-Smith design, in the sense that, you know, like this one, the Four of Swords in the regular RWS deck, this creature or animal human would be facing that way, so just different angles but basically the same. So yeah, that is the Tarot of White Cats Mini by Los Scarabeo. Next up is the Spirit Animal Wisdom Oracle deck. This is by Katie Jane Wright, illustrated by Nikki Strange. In the back it looks like this. I think the back looks a lot prettier than the front. I love how it has these flowers. It's kind of like in a meadow with deers and all of that. Very simple. And look at the backing. This is like one of the most gorgeous backings I have ever seen in a tarot deck, or no, in an oracle deck. Well, in general. And it came in with this very nice guidebook. This is thin but very substantial. I think my only concern with this one is, if I remember correctly, gosh, no, this is not the one that I have a concern with. Yeah, no, not this one. This one has the what do you call that? Table of Contents. I was thinking of this other deck that doesn't have like a table of contents, but never mind that. I don't have a concern with this one. I'm so sorry about that. So yeah, this is how the guidebook looks like. It has information about the elements, and then as for the actual meanings of the cards, you would have, it's not alphabetically arranged. So you would have to go to the table of contents. I know I was it was one of the things that I had to take note of. So yeah, there you go. So in the page that would be assigned to each of the cards, you would have the animal, I guess a keyword of the animal, the element, and then the meaning. So you would have like a phrase there, a short phrase, for a sentence rather, for the meaning. And then here would be like a more elaborate description of the meaning of the cards, and then at the bottom you would have Crystal Companion. So I think it's really cute. It's black and white, but I think this is very succinct, and you know, it has all the information that you would need if you would like to see more, I don't know, like a little bit more information about the cards that you pulled. So I love the images of this deck completely, because I think it's cute, and I don't mind this part at all. The fact that it's white there, it's not an issue for me. I know some people would, I don't know, maybe not appreciate that because it's, I don't know, I don't think it's blocking the image. If anything, it's very easy to read the, you know, the information. So I love the images though. Can you see, like, they're just, it's like, the artwork is gorgeous. I love how they kind of like use wispy strokes in the design, in the creation of the artworks. Even the spider is pretty. I think it kind of looks like a flea or maybe I'm just being silly, but I think it looks like a flea. But yeah, that's the spider. The penguin is cute. The frog is cute. All of the animals, and it even has like a ladybug. So I think all of the animals. Look at the otter in this deck. They're all beautiful. I got pretty amazing readings using this deck. So yeah, before I actually kind of like bought them almost at the same time. I think within the same month. I think I don't remember that much, but relatively close. And I noticed that I would reach for this deck more than the Spirit Animal Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed, which I will show you later. But yeah, I kind of like used this a lot before when I just got it. So look at that dog. It's a French bulldog. So yeah, I love it. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? It's cute. It's kind of like dainty, but at the same time, it's, I don't know, badass. So yeah, I love this deck. Um, and then I just noticed that, oh gosh, maybe the other deck is kind of like um, not getting a lot of my energy because I haven't been using it. So I kind of like shifted my focus and started using this deck instead. But before that, I would usually just reach for this one. So that is the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Spirit Animal Wisdom Oracle deck by Katie Jane Wright with a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful artwork by Nikki Strange. Okay, moving on to the next one, the Crow Tarot. I don't have the Oracle deck for this one. I do want to get it someday, I guess. So this is how it looks like. This is a US Games deck. Initially, it was a self-published deck by MJ Cullinane, and it was picked up by US Games. So beautiful guidebook, matte. Actually, it has that satin finish, so nice. Inside, you won't have like a description or a representation of the images of the cards, but I don't mind that at all. That's oopsies, gosh, and that is how it would look like inside. So very informative. Not a lot of images, not a lot of design, but you know what? It's fine. It's better than the regular little white book. So the backing is like this. It has this brown, pretty. I don't know if those are feathers, I guess, but it's pretty. And then if you can see, like, this deck has different borders, I guess, because it depends on the image. It kind of like bleeds out to the border, like the predominant color in the image. So as you can see, these are all crows and ravens, and some horses, some animals, but yeah, mostly crows. And it is, of course, based off of the RWS system, but of course using crows instead of people. I think it's a very cute deck. I mean, look at that. Look at that raven. Oh, sorry, crow. Crows and ravens are very smart animals. They are just highly, highly intelligent. And they say oftentimes when you see a crow, you also see a wolf. I think I read an article about that before, but I forgot it already. But yeah, yeah, I don't remember the meaning why you would often see them together, but I don't know, I just wanted to mention that because I think wolves are beautiful creatures as well. So as you can see in this deck, the major arcana would have like a different kind of border against or compared to the minor arcana cards. So that is how it would look like. More elaborate design for the border of the major arcana. I don't mind it at all. I guess I would say that this is it's kind of like a masculine deck for me. I don't know. That's the vibe that I'm getting from this deck. As for the images, I said this during my review of this deck. I was quite surprised because when I was watching videos, or like I had a peek of the images of this card specifically, oh sorry, this deck specifically, and I noticed that, okay, it looks nice, it's vibrant, it's, it's very sharp and all of that, so I purchased it. However, in real life, in like, now that I'm holding it, now that I'm looking at it, it's not really that crisp. I guess maybe that's just because of the how do you say that, the medium or the or painting style that they did. I'm not sure if you would call this fresco. I'm not really familiar with art terms, or you know but yeah, if you can see, it's not really crisp. It's not um how do I say that? Crisp. It's not really low resolution. I guess it's just not that clear. But I don't mind. I guess, that's part of the art. This is a very pretty Ten of Cups card. So yeah, that is the. I've been rambling. Sorry. That is the Crow Tarot by MJ Cullinane. And then moving on to the last animal deck that I have, although I do plan on getting more decks, animal theme decks. This is the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Very heavy. It has this magnetic flap on the side. And here it says, the spirits residing in the natural world have much to share, and the secrets of their forgotten language are now available to you. This deck is divine. I love, 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 love the colors. It's so vibrant. I love the how the colors are kind of like mixed. I will show you later. It came in with this very chunky guidebook. Look at that. So much information, and I do appreciate that, but I just won't have like the time to read all of these. I have skimmed through this, I guess. Or like, for example, if I'm not really, when I just recently got this, well, I'm sorry, when I got this deck and I did my readings back then, I just noticed that, I wasn't really connecting with it that much because I was very much bonding with the Spirit Animal Wisdom deck. So whenever I would use this, I wasn't really, I don't know, connecting with it energetically. So, I would get like the message that, that they're trying to convey. However, it's not really that deep, so to speak, compared to the other decks that I have. So I would reach for the guidebook and just have a look. What does it mean? What does it mean? And sometimes, what I would be feeling is somehow in line or aligned with the descriptions in the deck. In the guidebook. So that's pretty cool. However, it took me a while to connect with this deck. I guess I really needed to use it a lot to connect with it, and that's what I did. I kind of like started reaching for this deck more, especially for readings for other people, and this kind of like use it more for readings for myself, or my daily pulls or journal prompts. I would reach for this one. So yeah, like I said earlier, this deck has, I edged mine in marigold, like a rich yellow. Is not really that how do I say it, pretty, I guess. I don't want to say that I did a crappy job at edging my deck, but hey, I did my best. So this is the backing, very pretty. There's kind of like a mandala or several different mandalas in it. I like the backing of this deck, very pretty. I love the colors that they used, and most especially the colors that they actually used for the actual cards in the front of the cards. So look at that. I love that there's an intricate design, like a vector that they used in the background. Look at that. Those oh my god, look at the colors. I am just so in love with this deck because of the colors. I just focused on it more when I started using this deck, and I realized I connected better with it once I started focusing on how much I adore the colors and I appreciate it so much. So yeah, I know some people would comment that they don't like the animals wearing crown or different crowns and like people things. And I kind of like agree with that. I think it's kind of like a little bit of just a teeny tiny bit of a distraction, but I just learned to not really dwell on it much, because once I do, my energy, instead of like focusing on what the card is trying to tell me, or what, oh, look at that, isn't that beautiful? Gosh, and I love how the colors are blended so well. So yeah, going back, oh my gosh, um, yeah, instead of like focusing on what the message, oh my god, look at this one, isn't that so pretty? Okay, I need to focus, Raymond. So instead of like paying attention to what the card is trying to tell me, um, you know, being fixated or being bothered by these other elements in the image that is not really um, how do I say that? It's not really normal for an animal to have, like this. Instead of focusing on things that I don't like about this deck, or things that it's not like I don't like it, it's kind of just like an observation that I'm not really that keen on it. I don't hate it, but instead of focusing on that thing, I just focus on the message that the specific card is trying to tell me, and the energy that it's giving. So I find that I think, yes, it is quite different or strange to see like a parrot with a crown, but if I focus on that, then my energy would be towards that part, um, and not on the actual reading, or not on the actual message that was being delivered to me. So I just, yeah, am I making sense? I feel like I'm rambling, but yeah. So yeah, look at the colors. I love how it's so pretty. It's earthy, but at the same time kind of whimsical, because I know the colors are just mostly green, but somehow they are able to incorporate other colors that are kind of like against or opposite the other side of like the color wheel, and they made it work, and I'm very appreciative of that. So I find that the keywords or the key phrases are also amazing. They connect well with the, and I love how they use the snake spirit to signify healing. I love that. I love that it's not viewed as negative. So it's amazing. So there you go. I think I talked too much. But yeah, so this is the beautiful Spirit Animal deck by Colette Baron Reid. If you read the guidebook, you would see that it would have like upright and reversed meanings. Reversed meanings would be your protection messages, but I'm not really that keen on reading reversals for my Oracle decks. So it depends on what I would feel, because I am an intuitive reader. I'm not restricted, or at least I don't restrict myself to what is stipulated on the decks or by the creators. While I do respect their themes, their concepts, and their ideas, I mean, it's the same with you. At the end of the day, you're the one who's going to use these decks. I mean, so do whatever you feel is right and is comfortable. So yeah, that is my I was gonna say that is my spirit animal, but no. That is my animal deck collection. Just have 4. Hopefully in the future it will grow. Thank you for hanging out with me, and check out other videos from V Love and Crystal's playlist under the Tarot and Tea Tuesdays to find other animal decks from other tarot readers. Take care and see you again soon. Bye!